Have you wondered whether this cold plunge craze is right for you? In the next 10 minutes, I'm going to give you why I become addicted to it, how I have incorporated it in my daily routine, or almost daily, and then at the end, I'm going to give you the one mistake I think most beginners make that I want you to avoid.
It's day 13 where I chronicle my 2026 journey to walk, run, or hike 1,000 miles.
My cold plunge journey started at the end of 2024 when I was listening to a lot of health and aging podcasts, Dr. Peter Attia or Huberman or others. They're all talking about the benefits of cold exposure, cold plunging. And so I started searching it out locally, and I did a lot of traveling the first part of 2025. And actually everywhere I went, New York, Hong Kong, Reno, Nevada, wherever I went, I was always searching for cold plunge places, and it was really invigorating, really addicting. I mean, honestly, I got so addicted to it, I'd get home and there's nothing in my local area to cold plunge. And so I decided around April, May, that I was gonna buy a home cold plunge. I researched a lot. I actually bought one, actually canceled because the company wasn't being responsive to me. Ended up with this Morosco forge. During that time, I would get really anxious. I wanted to cold plunge more, and my wife would say, hey, why don't you go in the pool? That seems to be pretty cold. So I started doing that, and it was fine, but it wasn't getting me what I needed. I measured the water temperature, it was 58 or 59 degrees, and that's just not cold enough to get to where I needed it to be. Let's talk about the protocol that works for me. I like to do my plunge early in the morning, typically when it's colder outside than it is inside the plunge. It's a great way to get my day started. The temperature wise, I typically have it anywhere from 42 to 45 degrees. I think right now it's 43 or 44 degrees. That seems to be right for me. I've done this forge, Morosco forge, can go as low as 38. I believe I've done that once. I was at a place in New York that their cold plunges got down to 39. That was way too cold for me. It left me shivering for about an hour and really uncomfortable. I like to go for 3 minutes. That seems just about right. It's uncomfortable for the first 20, 30 seconds, but I can find my way to 3 minutes, and then any longer than 3 minutes, and I feel like I'm not really getting anywhere with it. Today's a little different. This morning I had to get into work really early, and so I wasn't able to get my cold plunge in the morning. It's now the golden hour, so I'm going to try to get in here and show you guys just how I go about it. One thing to realize is that I've watched a lot of health and aging videos. I always get turned off by the guys who seem like they need to just take off their shirt as soon as the video starts rolling. Not my kind of thing. I'm not the kind of guy that needs to have his shirt off or bare chested or anything. But for this purpose, I got to do that. So let's get that going. All right, first I got to take the cover off. This cover is really great because it keeps it all insulated. Plunge is a little dirty right now because my son has been using it. Oops. Snapped on the back as well. Take those off. Take this off. All right, so what I do is I just step in and go. Nothing too fancy. So what I do also is I set my watch to meditation. It's a great little way to get it going. I just step in. Whew, that is chilly. Hit meditation and dunk. Here we go. So I do not put my hands in. I did that a lot initially, and it was just a little too much for me. So I try to relax as much as possible. For a while, I would start by dunking my head. I found that I didn't like that as well. It was giving me, I feel like, a little respiratory issue. So I just try to control my breath, and I just close my eyes or just gaze really softly out into the distance. I love pairing the meditation on my Garmin with the plunge. Trying to remain still
and have the coldness just set in. One thing that's really interesting about cold plunging is that if you are completely still, your body will naturally create a little warm barrier of water around you. So actually, to keep it really cold, moving ever so slightly, just creating a little water movement really has a big difference. I like to go up to my neck just so I get my full shoulders in. I had some shoulder pain this last year, and then I like to make sure I get my heart underneath there. Some people just go up to their chest. I think I like going up to my chin if I can, and just get as much of my body in here going as best it can. And that's really it. In the morning, it's really nice. The sun is coming up, and I sometimes just gaze out into the horizon where the sun's coming up, and the birds are all waking up and chirping, really peaceful. I put up this little gazebo in the corner of our backyard. My wife allowed me to have this 10 by 10 space with my green astroturf and my cheap pop-up tent. But it works nicely for me. I've been out here when it's raining. Ooh, there's 3 minutes. That is 3 minutes. So now I get up. Oh. Whew. Out. I'll put the cover back on. Those are my wind chimes. Oh, and all right. So then I'll just towel off, make sure I'm dry. And this gets to the point of where most beginners, I think, sort of will mess up, as they'll try to get warm as quickly as possible. And I like my body to lean into the cold and warm up itself. I think it's working harder. I can almost feel the cells in my body working hard to warm up, and that's really great. In the mornings, it's fantastic. The sun is coming up right over this way, and I'll sit in this chair here and just let the sun hit my body and just let it warm up naturally, which is fantastic. It's great for me. It works for me. I hope you find your way with cold plunging. Find some place that has a cold plunge and just give it a shot, and don't be scared, and hopefully you get as much benefit out of it as I do.